go peeps, welcome back to SNAIL TV. Alright, so different altogether on off of cars and everything like that. As I did say that I wanted to build a stereo or something in the new workshop. Something loud, you know me, I'm loud, alright? I've been kicked out of places because I've been loud. Alright, so we needed it loud as possible, alright? So obviously we've got that sub, I've got a few more speakers, well a lot more speakers, a couple of amps, whatnot. And we needed some other place to put it. So boys across the road, not going to mention their names because they don't need any more work. They're great blokes. And yeah, they've just managed to knock this up for me today. Just been over there helping them cut it up, and they got panel saw, they're cabinet makers. So they've yeah, done me really a good helping hand today, and just used it off a couple of cover sheets, a couple of 18mm cover sheets. So they're not obviously the best quality, but yeah, they got it all true in squareness and whatnot, but obviously in different color. You can sort of see behind me what it is. Yeah, and let's have a look, hey? Let's see what we've got. All right, guys, so that's exactly the display that I was after. All right, so the bottom one there, guys, that's going to be nothing. Only reason why is my dog, don't know you want to say it, but my dog tends to do little wheeze on things. All right, I'm not going to say the other word. All right, so I don't want to, I would really like the sub there, but the only reason why I know what he's going to do to it. So on this box here, I'm going to have the sub here. Okay, that there, I'm going to have the head unit. Okay, and also probably 2 speakers, or maybe an amp and a couple of speakers. And on this one up here is going to be pretty much just a speaker box. So I have 4 6-inch speakers, 6.5-inch speakers to go in there. And I'm probably going to put a couple on the sides as well, just to out the sound of either side, just so then it's not all directed. So yeah, that's what we've managed to do. We've made it a bit smaller up top and a bit smaller on the bottom, because obviously it misses the kicker on the bottom there, just so then it can go up against the wall. Okay, and yeah, we've done an awesome job. So yeah, good mate there. He's just, yeah, knocked it out of the ballpark. I'm real happy with it. Obviously these are cover sheets, so we've got a couple little bit, you know, bit of different corners there, but yeah, absolutely knocked out of the ballpark. So a couple hours today, we've just been over there and got it all knocked out. Obviously, just gonna get a couple more screws in the thing. I've screwed up the rest of the boxes. I'm just gonna screw up the fronts. I'm pretty much gonna screw the sub box. Not gonna worry about the rest of it because of not needed to. And so it's all been glued and all been nailed and obviously glued as well. And also then obviously I've gone back over with screws. The whole thing I'm going to paint gloss black. And just to make it, obviously, this is a Fusion build. All right, I'm not advertising their stuff. I'm not sponsored by them at all, guys. This is just my old school stuff that I used to like. As I said, the John Olamu stuff. I have the head unit to go. I have the speakers up top to go. I've still got to get the John Olamu speakers for the bits there, and I've still got to get the amps, and hopefully I'm getting them this week. And yeah, and that should be pretty much it. All I'm going to get then is obviously a decent sized battery and a power supply, and then that's it. So I'll have it all running hopefully by next weekend. And yeah, this thing's going to be rocking. So I'm real happy with it so far. And yeah, I'll show you guys what how much more we can get done on this thing. So far so good. And yeah. So yeah, I'll continue the build on now, and we'll put some speakers in it, and we'll make this thing a speaker display. Let's do it. All right, peeps, quick little show off of what we're actually doing at the moment. Obviously the John Olamu sub, I've actually got the amps all sorted out, and just a couple of caps as well. These are not going to be actually hooked up because they really don't do anything on this style. I'll just drill a couple of holes and have the wires hanging in just so it looks like it's hooked up. There's no point of hooking them up. Alright, so obviously the fusion head unit as well, I've just got to get a case for the outside. We have a 4-channel amp and a Class D. I'll take you through the back and we'll have a look. Alright guys, so the list of parts we still got the 6x9s to go on the side. These are the 6.5 inch speakers up top. Alright, we've accumulated a battery and also a big power supply. So a big 1100 watts. Alright, and this will be able to charge, go buddy, actually be the power supply for the for it. We've also got a 4-channel amp there. That there is the old school fusion power plant amp. These things have some pretty decent guts in them, 4 by 100 I think watt RMS, and also a little bit more obviously when it's loaded up. Okay, so this is what I've done on the back is I've just cut it out. Don't worry about the corners, because what I've done is over here I've actually put that piece on the inside, so I actually will cover it up and it will actually screw into the whole bit, and that backing will actually go back in here. Okay, so in here we're actually going to house the battery and power supply. I'll just have a plug coming out of the corner for the power supply to plug into, and then yeah, so these holes here, as what we can see right here, are going to be the John Alamo 6.5 inch speakers, but I haven't acquired them yet. People are wanting too much money for them, but 6x9s on the side for the side, and obviously the 4 up top. That's going to be the front stage. All right, and then that's just going to be just for everywhere. So, but yeah, that's what everything's come up. The subs wired up obviously, and just inside here, so that's going to get wired up to the D class, and the 4-channel coming out here, and they're going to be running these speakers on here and the ones up on the side. This 4-channel here is actually just running these 4 speakers up front. So yeah, first up what we're going to do is let's get some power hooked up. All right peeps, well, turns out people don't like the stereo. Actually had our first complaint last night. It was pretty late at night, but I was testing it, so I was cranking it up. Obviously I can't show you guys how loud it is like this because I just for copyrights, but it's loud. I'm so happy with it. It's done exactly what I wanted to do, be overly loud and too loud for the place. Another location, mate had a good idea of actually I can put a couple more subs in there as well. I did have another idea as well to maybe do a couple of subs and not run that middle one as such, but we'll let you know. As I said, I risk doing some damage to my favorite sub, but we'll see anyway. Apart from that, everything else has come up awesome. All the holes are now drilled, and so the whole thing's actually ready to paint. As I said to you guys, I am not putting I'm not getting the speakers there, the John Alamo speakers yet, because people are just asking way too much. I'll wait until a good set comes up, yeah, a new or secondhand but cheaper. I think the people are asking around about the $800-900, and I'm not paying that for a set of speakers. It's loud as it is. I might just put in just a secondhand set of speakers in it just for now, just some randoms that I find. But for that, all pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take you to the back. I'm going to show you how I've done it. Sorry I didn't make any videos on this thing, guys. If you do, I didn't know if I have any car audio people out there. I did say some stuff before about the sub, and I didn't really get much feedback there. So this is not really something that I want to show all the time. My channel is about cars and performance, and not really stereos as such, but I love stereos as well. So I'm going to turn this thing around now, show you guys how I've done it. Alright guys, so obviously this is the back of it. Sorry about the background noise guys, it's been in one of my other videos as well, but unfortunately it's my dog eating his bone. And I don't really want to take it off him because I don't want to get my head bitten off. So this is what it is. So we have as I said, that backboard bit, what we is covering up the center. Obviously the amplifier up top, that's the ones that are all the wattage to the 4 front speakers. The side speakers are the John Alamu amp, but on the other on that 4 channel, so the other 2 channels aren't running anything yet. So 4 screws. Obviously that's for the sub, just so then I can just get to it, and also that's for the power on that side over there. So I'll quickly undo this. Alright guys, so I'll take you through here now and show you exactly what I've done. Alright, so obviously voltmeter, as you guys can see, just a standard car battery guys. I did really want something decent, but just really couldn't find something too quick. It's a bit of a jungle at the moment because I'm going to be taking all this apart very soon, just so then I can get paint the whole thing and then put it all back together. When I put it all back together, I'll do it all nice and neat. So obviously all the wires are run. I've made my own terminals, bit of a tight ass, you know, and I'm a fabricator, so just made up a bit of tube and tapped them and clamp them with the M8 bolts, and obviously the M8 bolt there going onto the battery terminal. So this is the big power supply, so 100 amps, 100 amp hour. Which is more than enough to run this whole thing. The only thing is though, this thing here is only charges at obviously 12 volts. So it does go into the 11.9s, 11.8s on a massive hit. Not too many times, but it's alright. But yeah, so obviously we just got obviously a half DIN deck, obviously not a CD player down there. Alright, so that's the Fusion deck. I'm not running any speakers on the output at all, okay? And obviously just RCAs coming up. Alright, so we've got RCAs coming up into this 4 channel up here, and the other, because this has got an input and an output. And obviously then coming back into the front amp over here. So this is the other 4 channel here, and they're split into 4 going into this 4 channel here. Alright, so same thing about the cabling guys. It's a little bit messy, especially that one over there. They'll neaten them all up 100%, and once everything all goes back on. Alright, so obviously the sub amp, obviously the RCAs go straight to into the sub side. Alright, no radio on here because it's all just going to be Bluetooth, and just so that I can play what I want. Alright, so this is all the setup guys. So obviously power, so all I've done was grabbed all the yellows and all the blacks out of the power supply. Alright, so this is a PC power supply. All the yellows in the power supply is a 12 volt rail, and all the blacks is obviously the negative for the earth. And I've run them all to the positives, alright, and all the negatives obviously to the negative. And as you can see, there's a lot of wires there guys, because it is 100 amps. Okay, they've got this one here, I think it's got like 6 rails, so there's got a lot of outputs, and it keeps the charge really nice. As I said, I had it cranking up last night and it was cranking, and as I said, on the massive peaks on the bass notes, it went down to around about that 11.8. Don't really like to run it like that, but it is what it is. But it does, most of the times it stays at that 12 volts anyway, so I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, so everything so far so good. Just need to, yeah, as I said, there's no way to show you how loud this thing is guys, but except to obviously people to drive past and hear it the 5 streets away. This guy was this is an industrial area, and he was about 2 streets over, he said. So he works night shift, and unfortunately our electric gates are not working at the moment. They are just manually closed and opened. So unfortunately I had them opened last night. If I had them closed, he wouldn't have come in anyway. So next time I'll learn my lesson, and before I turn it up, I'll make sure I close the gates. So yeah, it is what it is, so it's fine. Yeah, but I'm super stoked, guys. It's exactly what I intended to. Same thing. Thanks very much for the guys across the road from me. Well, not the road, across from the car park. As I said, helping me build the whole thing. So he's done a really good job. So I was expecting to build the whole thing, but while he was over there, he just wanted to give us a hand. So it's come out really, really good. And obviously it showcases all the whole thing of this build was just to showcase the Journalamu series stuff. As I said, I'm not sponsored by the Fusion at all, guys. I don't like rugby much, guys. I just liked that sort of stuff. All right, this is the Fusion stuff I liked. All right, the power plant stuff and the amp at the back. This stuff here is the stuff I could never afford. So yeah, it's just good to have a showpiece there that that now obviously growing up and actually earn some, a bit better cash, then actually have the stuff now. Obviously things are a lot cheaper now anyway. So yeah, that's how the setup, guys. Everything's all good, everything's fused, everything's all run off really nice. As I said, a bit dodgy on the terminals, but well, who cares? And it's got plenty of power, guys. Can give it more, but there's no need to, because obviously we're down on voltage. If we were to step it up a notch and try to actually get a proper power supply, and actually give it, say, 13.8, 14 volts, then it would crank even more and give it a lot more power. So these obviously amplifiers are rated, have a rating at 12 volts and another rating above. I think 12.6 they have a rating, or 12.2 they have a rating, sorry, as a battery float, and 13.8 when on charge they have another rating, and the power goes up dramatically. So I'm happy enough. It's way too loud anyway, and that's exactly what I like, guys. Yeah, so obviously the 6x9's on the side there, and the 4 6s on the front. And that's the only thing producing the sound at the moment. I don't even have those ones on the front. It'll be a lot louder still with the front ones on the front. As I said, I'm just going to pretty much just put some, find another set of 6 inches or something like that, and I'll put there for now. Just for now, just so it's got some. As I said, I'm not paying through the roof for the ones that they're wanting. So that's my build, guys. Obviously it all get taken apart. I've got to sand all corners, make sure everything's all real nice, bog up all the screw holes, and take them all apart. So take all the boxes apart. Okay, so they're all screwed inside the boxes. After you take you can probably see a screw there, guys. All right, so they're all got probably about 6 screws in each, and they're all screwed. All the boxes are screwed together. All right, so take them apart. I'll take them down to the shop, or probably actually just do it here, and prime them, sand them, and gloss black them. All right, so that's the plan, guys, and we'll put a couple of stickers on it. As I said, I'll probably have definitely have a SNAIL TV sticker there somewhere as well, and a Fusion one probably up at the top there. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish the video off there. Sorry I didn't film any of the stuff. As I said, I didn't really want to bore you guys too much with the stereo stuff. I don't know if there's any stereo guys out there. Let me know in the comments. As I said, I got loads more stereo stuff that I really want to do later on, but right now it's all about obviously performance and fast stuff and that sort of stuff. I'll turn it on for a second for you. All right. As the doggy comes running straight away. All right. Real happy with the build. Turned out awesome. More than merrier. As I said, too loud for the workshop. Exactly how I love it. I love things too fast for the car, and too loud and just that sort of stuff, just so that I don't have to go any bigger. As I said, I do have room for more subs. I am thinking about it because it looks a little bit too small for that. All right, I do love this sub. All right, I do love this sub. So I am thinking maybe, and just to run those two and to keep this one out of the equation and just keep it as pretty much a passive radiator, which just acts like a mini sub sort of thing as such, and just keeps the resonance there. But we'll see how we go. All right, you're probably going to see more speakers there. All right, so that's just what it is. As I said, there's nothing definitely going down bottom because of Doggy. There's the noise again because he's got his bone. Go away. And yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Obviously, if you do like car audio stuff, please give me a heads up. I would love to know that. As I said, I love this stuff with a passion. I loved this before I got into car audio, way before I got into turbocharging and anything performance. So this stuff always plays a big thing in my heart. And I just love loud music. I love loud music. All right, so you guys probably, I might have to put out some pictures later on about my old cars and stuff like that, and what I used to have in the cars, because that drag car over there used to have lots and lots of stereo. All right, so that's what it is. All right, so obviously, guys, thanks very much for liking and subscribing. If you haven't, please go do so. Please go share it to your friends. Obviously, I want SNAIL TV to get as big as we can possibly be. And obviously, definitely, I've got some stickers organising as well. I've got a few other things organising as well. Let me know if you guys need anything. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. See you, peeps.